Yes, the boys are back.
Blacko,
See,
blacko, blacka.
Brendo is shooting a gun at me. This is very unprofessional. The boys are back. You're now tuned in to Knock 'em out the box. -1. This Bindle sticks. What's going on with him, Big?
Yo,
You think he's got
I,
the HIV? You think he's got the monster?
he caught that fucking. You ever
Caught
see
that monster virus?
Listen, I seen the movie Philadelphia.
See
They
what I'm
made
saying?
it. They made a movie about it
They made a movie about it
in your city.
in my city.
Yep.
This is
Well,
episode 196, says the left kid. I think he's wrong. I think wrong. Long is wrong.
196. Well, and sap, and that's
Hold on. My name is Vinnie Paz. I'm here with my co-host with the co-most, the Mr. Majestic left kid, Mr. Brennan Long. Now you
What
can
up?
talk about Billy having the monster. What
Mm,
was his text? What was his text to us? Do you have it in front of you?
yeah.
I do.
I,
Tell my fans I love them and I'll meet them at the giant boxing ring in the sky.
um, I guys pray for Billy.
Last week I wasn't here. I told B, yo, I wasn't out of here because I thought I was gonna tap like Billy does. I was on zero sleep and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna, this is bad. And I started getting those symptoms that you hit me. And you're like, bro, I'm telling you why you have flu symptoms, because you haven't slept.
Yeah,
And
I
you're
get
like,
it.
I get them too. I get the chills, I get the aches, and,
Yep.
and if I get sleep. So I feel like I've been fighting something off for a while now. And then they're on the television, the super flu, and everyone
Every year.
every year
Every
it's the
fucking year
every year
it
it's the
is.
same thing. It's like you want to talk about fear tactics, bro. It's the scroll
It
worst flu
sucks.
season ever. Yo,
Whatever.
it always sucks. It sucked
This
when
is
we were
the worst
kids.
flu season since '77,
Right,
and
right,
you're gonna die.
right,
And you're like,
right.
okay, that may be, but like, don't
They're
tell
just
me.
adding
I
adjectives to it. They're
don't.
like super duper flu. Last year was super flu. Like, yo, this shit is whack.
This,
Everyone's gonna get hit at some point. Like, look, we've talked about it on air. I think you get badly sick like once a year. It's usually twice for me.
the last. Okay, I don't
I
know.
was mad sick through October. If you guys remember my voice, remember
I
saying it on
Yeah,
air. You're like, yo,
yeah.
you sound like shit, but it wasn't the flu. It was just I don't feel right.
Okay, guys, I went to a new ear, nose, and throat guy last year, new ENT, and I don't know if anyone. This is gonna sound gross,
Yeah, you're
but
gross.
I was getting this like cough from like November to basically March every year. Like this, no matter what I took, no matter what, I would get this like.
You can't take anything for the monster. Well, I guess you can if you're magic.
Yo, so I went to this the ear, nose, and throat guy, and he came highly recommended from a friend of mine, and was like, "Yo, man, if
I don't
you're
like
in
this guy.
I went to NYU Langone. I go in, and the guy goes,
Ming Langone.
the guy, the guy, like he put this like numbing stuff up my nose, in my ears, and down my throat.
Oh,
Hey, yo,
yeah, you've been
have
known to
you
put some numbing stuff up your
have
nose.
you ever? It's gonna sound gross. Have you ever gotten like your ears actually cleaned out, like by the doctor?
It's so funny. You said, have you ever had this done? I had vertigo symptoms, right? And my doctor was like, "Do you use Q-tips?" I'm like, "Yeah, like 70 times a day." They tell you what's the whole thing? Our mothers don't put anything bigger
Yeah,
than your elbow.
in your elbow, in your ear. Yeah.
So you use Q-tips. You're basically packing in. So he
So
did the thing you're going to talk about to me, and I was literally cured of the vertigo, not of the rest of the shit.
this cough thing, he said your ears and stuff are all everything's connected, right? Obviously, that's why there's an ear, nose, and throat doctor. I'm gonna clear out your eustachian tubes.
Right.
You have a severe. He said you. So of course he goes, yeah, have you ever broken your nose? And I'm like, mm-hmm. And he's like, when was the first time you broke your nose? I was like, I was 14.
Yeah.
And they go, that I remember.
Yeah, someone hit you right in that big schnozola.
Mm-hmm. I was playing soccer, and a kid's head. I was playing defense. He was playing offense. A cross came in. I went to head it out, and he went to flick it in, and boom, So my nose like hit the back of his head, busted
Oh,
busted my nose up bad. And then if you break your nose like that, you break your nose very easily going
sure.
forward.
Moving
I don't
forward.
I don't fucking know how many times you're horsing around with your buddy, someone you hear it crunch and you're like, ugh, broke my nose again. So
Yeah.
get into a couple, two, three, four bar fights. Go to
Hmm. Hmm.
maybe a Jedi mind trick show in the year 2000. Maybe you get into a
Oh,
scrap it outside of
I don't know why I'm catching strays.
outside of Toad's place
Blame
in New Haven, Connecticut. Maybe
starting fights in nonfiction shows, maybe.
hey, might be on video.
Uh,
Actually, I don't know if the fight's on video. I
may
know
or may
I'm on
not be in the
video.
green DVD.
May or may not be in the green
Yeah.
DVD. I'm all over that DVD, by the way.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
so long story short, he goes, all right. So then he takes the camera and sticks it up my nose, right? He goes, your sinuses look like a haunted cavernous hall. You need surgery. And I was like, how long am I out? Like, I can't lift anything or do this or do that. And he's like, why do you lift shit for your job? And I'm like, yeah. He's
Right.
like, you'd have to be out for like 3 weeks. And I'm like, that ain't happening. He goes, all right, here's the other thing. I'm going to clean everything out.
3 weeks. Who look? Not that you can't be out for 3 weeks. Of course, you know what you do. You
No,
have
you
a
can't
business.
lift it. You can't lift anything.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was gonna say
Can't,
who
no,
could be out for
no,
3?
no, you can't.
Nobody.
You're
I
not
know.
supposed to lift anything like more than 20 pounds or whatever.
Understood.
Nah,
Understood.
bro. He goes, what? He goes, but I'm going to give you some relief. What he took out of my ears, I can't even describe it.
It's horror. It's horror.
You know what it looked like? It looked
Yes, I actually do.
it
I
looked like
actually
it
do.
looked like a cigar butt on both
Uh-huh.
sides. Like, and he's like,
Uh-huh.
look, that's what I took out of your ear. I could hear you in Philadelphia after he took
Exactly.
that shit out. I was like, oh, I was
Bro,
like, what
I
the
heard
fuck?
the ha when he did it to me, and he goes, "Your father had this." How crazy is that?
Really?
Yeah, because I guess I learned a
Well,
man.
my my
He's
dad
90,000.
my dad got the deviate because my dad's nose is mangled.
Okay,
He got the deviated septum surgery and had to get it again because it like recalcified. He's gotten it
bro,
2 times. But
Brendo. But I'm such a moron. Every time I go there and I don't feel well, I'm like, do that ear thing.
do,
Like
do
I
the
think that's going. Bro,
it's
I
what
did it. I did it
I
last year, and he's like, "Yo, this isn't like."
I felt a touch of this cold coming on like
Uh,
3 weeks ago. I was like,
uh,
because I'm a I'm a maroon and my wife makes all my appointments.
of course.
I'm like, Vanessa, call the guy. I got to go back
Yeah,
to
I
that
need this
ENT.
thing.
I haven't been sick since. And she's
Right,
like, you need to get a referral. And
right.
I was like, he told me I don't need a referral after the time I went because I went the one time. She's like,
Sure.
I'm looking at our coverage. And she knows how she did medical billing for years before.
Yeah, she
She's like,
knows.
no, you can't. I was like, I'm going down there. I don't care. She's like, you know what they're going to charge you if you go down there? And I'm like,
Right,
I'm going down. I'm
right,
going. I didn't go down.
right.
She was like, nah, you got to go to the doctor. You tried to make a doctor's appointment lately? June they gave me.
My son's
June.
mother told me identical month as you.
June.
She's
Fuck
like, I got this. I got to see about this thing. They could take me in June. I was like, wait, what are you talking about?
June.
Because I'm scared of the doctors. I'm scared of
Yeah.
hospitals. I'm scared of all of that. So I haven't been there.
Understandably.
Yeah. A coming in like this coming March or April now that we're almost there. You know what I mean? In a couple months, it'll be 2 years. And it was before COVID, before that.
That
And he
you
was like,
that you went?
yeah. And he was like, yo, I'm going to pack you up if you don't come in. Like, I didn't want to go. He was
Well,
like,
I think I
yo,
told you
you haven't been
I
here.
went 12 years without going once.
Oh, I mean, look,
From 20 to 32, I didn't go to the doctor.
I probably have. I'm probably right in there with you. And until sometimes how they'll get you, and it's probably how they got you, and will get you now is by being like, I won't write your script for blank if you don't. You have to come in to da 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 da.
It was it was basically NBC when I worked there. They made me go because they were
Ah,
like, we don't want liabilities
right, yeah, because you're
croaking
walking
on the
around.
floor.
Right, you're walking around with the monster on the job.
All
Who
right.
knows what you got? We got tons of news, guys, which works out well because the fight reviews it's slim, but we got tons of
Oof.
news. A lot of
It
this,
is slim.
a lot of this I'm gonna cover that we're gonna cover. B touched on, but he was dolo and had no one to bounce things off of. So I by the way, I always think his solo shows are great,
Thank
and
you.
both
Thank
of
you.
them were
Thank you,
great.
my friend.
They went by really quick.
Oh,
Um,
thanks.
yeah, they were great. So some of this stuff you touched on, some of it we might want to respond to together. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah.
You did touch on this. I just have to say it because you said pack them up. Nawaf Al Muhammad had that fight 118, 110. Pack him up, that Saudi
Yeah.
judge and the Junto
Oh,
Nakatani
Juto
fight.
Nak. Yeah.
I fucking knew. I don't know why I didn't say this on air because it makes it look like I'm saying it on the fly. I wanted to say to you when Riyadh season came into play, they're going to start with the Saudi judges, and none of these people saw boxing before 20
23.
post COVID.
Every Saudi judge I've looked up,
Right,
it's like
exactly. And I'm
2022,
like, no, 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 no,
2023.
no, no. Pack all of the.
Yeah.
It's not a sport that was big there. I'm not saying it won't be. I'm not saying there aren't Saudi
Right.
fighters. So I'm certainly not saying there aren't fighters of
Right. Like,
ethnically
so,
Saudi. Like I know a
okay.
Saudi fighter in London.
Let's
You know
just,
what I'm saying?
right. Let's just be clear. A lot of judges were referees, were promoters, were trainers, have been involved in boxing. A lot of guys were referees.
Yes,
A
absolutely,
lot of the judges were
absolutely.
referees.
You'll see names and remember them. I
Yeah,
remember him as a rep. I remember
right.
him as a rep.
Or they're like entertainment lawyers. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
yes.
That have been around the sport and been like 8,000 fights.
And we're not saying they haven't turned in bad
No.
cards, but we're saying if you see that fight 118, 110, there's two things that can happen. You're corrupt or you don't know what you're watching. So pick
Right.
one of them. Pick one of them. That's it. That's the end of that
Right, like
conversation.
guys, for perspective, just for perspective.
And then some. Go ahead.
Steve Weisfeld, probably like the one of the more famous names
I
you
would
hear.
certainly in 2025.
1991 he started.
Yeah, you're talking about
Okay. And
35
he's
years.
worked his way up
Yes.
to these, you know.
By usually having a good scorecard. You know what I mean? Yeah,
And
there's clunkers, but
he's from Patterson, New Jersey. So he,
yeah, from a
grew up
hub of boxing.
of boxing. Right. Right.
Um, you mentioned on the air, which was great work, that he judged another card that night, and the card wasn't wild.
Right.
It was an okay card.
So
So
is there fatigue sometimes? You know what I'm
I
saying? Like,
I don't know. I don't know.
By the
Or
way, Steve Weisfeld has judged 3,173 fights.
that's what you want.
Exactly. Anyway,
Um,
I'm sorry to keep interrupting you.
yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. It's why I brought it up. You talked about the tragedy involving Anthony Joshua and
Oh,
his friends.
I'm sick over it.
It's just dreadful. But as far as
Ugh.
not bringing us down, Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul drew an audience of 33 million viewers globally from opening to closing bell per Video Amp and Netflix. So, um, Brendan said it. I'll steal it. Once again, AJ saves the sport, meaning, he did what he was supposed to do, but he's the real fighter. So
Sure.
he went up against Ngannou, who some people believe fought Fury. It was certainly way closer than it should have been,
Sure.
regardless of what you
Yeah.
had the card. That's how me and you saw it.
Right.
Our cards were, oh, that was way too close. It wasn't Ngannou won, but it was
Way too close.
way too close. One of the bouts being finalized for the kickoff Zuffa boxing events is Callum Walsh versus Carlos Ocampo. I still don't know what
Bro,
you have
what
lots of thoughts on that.
what the fuck?
I don't
That's
know.
all you got?
That if that and then here's the thing though. It's like your description of it, right? And how you've wrapped your head around it. I think that's what we should expect.
Yeah. For now.
Unless they somehow morph into something else.
See, I again to go down this road, which we should because it is big news. Look, others have come and tried to conquer. Others have come and it's not your prototypical sport.
No, we had an episode, I don't want to say recently, but 2025, where you and I were ripping off names of Mike Tyson Promotions, 50 Cent, Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying those people aren't successful. Of course they are.
Of course
Not
they
in
are.
boxing.
But they all went, I can't get.
Yeah.
There's like, Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, which is probably, it's not probably, it's definitely they're putting on the most shows and the most significant shows right now. Um, you know, that's a multi-generational business,
As we're
right?
recording, Matchroom is the number one promoter of
The number one
boxing.
promoter of boxing.
If you want to say Top Rank, they don't have a deal.
They
So
don't,
you
right,
you immediately have to strike it.
right,
We're not saying, yo, if in 2 days they sign a $5 billion deal with blank HBO Max, we'll come on next show and say, oh, they're okay. Now it's these two. Right now,
right. I'm using them as the example.
Eddie Hearn Matchroom via DAZN is the top dog.
I mean, when did Barry Hearn start Matchroom? You know what I'm saying? Like Eddie's taking it to another level.
Early 80s? Would that
Yeah, I mean,
be
that's how long these things aren't built overnight. And I think that's
no?
that's that's the thing that like TKO and Zuffa think we're gonna shake it up and change the game. And I think they will to an extent, but I talked about Vito Milnicki last week, and
Yeah,
I
you
think that
did.
that's very telling that a guy that you and I said is a middle class fighter, right?
Let me read a bit of news that I had later that is actually connected to this, and then we'll just
Okay.
you'll keep going off there. All right. You just said Vito Milnicki
Mhm.
is where he's at tiers wise. So let me read, what tier he's on. Let me read this and then pick up where you left off. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
it's connected rather than going on other
Sure.
news
Okay.
bits. Per sources, some Zuffa boxing signees for its league that begins in January and will stream on Paramount Plus. I don't know if you talked about Vito in depth. I don't know if you knew about these names.
I don't.
Okay. Former WBA 140 pound titleist Jose Venezuela. Former
Ryo.
W, yeah. Yeah, Rayo. I mean, that's a good guy.
Yeah.
Former WBA regular 147-pound titleist Radzab Butayev. 130-pound Justin Valoria, the nephew of the Hawaiian
Mm.
Punch. 135-pounder Eridson Garcia, who upset Taiga Imango
Hmm.
on the Inoue Picasso card. 160-pounder Vito Milnicki and 168-pounder Misael Rodriguez. It's not a murderer's row, guys. Ryo's probably I,
And Vito's not signed, right?
and I, he, the last time we did a show together, we were saying like you, and then you covered it again on your Dolo episodes. It's like, yo, if you're a Vilnicki, are you a floater? Do you do the Thomas Lamana cornflake thing where
So I basically have I mean I know what's going to happen. I might be breaking it on here.
okay.
They're going to be pro box cards. So it's Samson Lukowitz. So Samson boxing
Hmm.
and the host is pro box. That's who's going to and that's how pro box and Vito are going to get it's going to be great.
I mean, honestly, man, I think that's a fucking match made in heaven.
Three shows, the first three shows are all going to be in Atlantic City, venue to be determined.
I'm gonna say this off of you breaking that news. They're gonna put him in tough. They don't play no games over there.
No,
Pro box.
it's
That
going to be tough.
matchmaking is tough. If there's a 3 fight deal and he's on there for all three of them, he's gonna lose one of those fights because they're gonna put them in.
It depends who
They're gonna,
Samson's. Don't forget, this is Samson boxing. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I'm just saying,
And
you put him
yeah.
against a guy like, say, a Brandon Adams type guy, he's gonna fucking lose that
Oh
fight.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't
You
think
know
he'll
what I
be in
mean?
that tough. I think what they're gonna build him, and I said it on the last show. They'll probably build him and position him to be in line eventually, carefully guided for a world title.
Yeah.
And
Look, if you're them, if you're Samson, if
I'm
you're
just
Zoo,
curious if this kid can come through. We don't believe he can.
correct. And
May,
we're completely open to and down to be pre-improved wrong. When we say things, it's not
I
like
actually I want to be proved wrong because I want to keep going to fights in Atlantic City. I'm
well,
thinking, what venue are you thinking? Can't sell out
we
Boardwalk. I'm thinking
what is the small room in Boardwalk Hall? 2,500. The
maybe.
big room's like 10. Do you remember when Paulie came out with Beetlejuice at Bally's?
Mhm.
I love that room. It's very
So
old school.
Bally's, Ocean, Borgata. Like I was kind of tossing this around with one of my
Yeah.
friends. Like, do they want to have them up on the marina by Borgata and Harrah's, right? or down on the boardwalk. It's all that's going to be how much can he bring in? You know what I mean? If you're going to bring in anything
I don't
close
know. Why don't you take a guess right now? Knowing, look, we're both from the East Coast. We
five
both know that
five
scene.
5,000 promoted correctly on the first show.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow. You think, wow,
With Samson? Yeah. I think that's Samson's bread and butter.
wow.
I
Okay, I'm gonna say,
I bet you he does about 5,000.
if they had it in the small room at Boardwalk Hall, which my memory, because I was there. There was a run, bro, where I felt like I was living there. Me,
Hmm.
my brother, and cousin Pasquale. I was living in Boardwalk Hall. I saw Paul Williams, Sergio Martinez. Um, I saw Lara get robbed against Paul Williams. I saw Kovalev in there before he was a guy, before anyone knew
Yeah.
who he was. I don't think Vito Milnicki pats that out.
I'm going to go ahead and say they get that thing packed out. That's just
All
my
right, night. This
my
we got a
guess.
little running bet here. That's
Let's
when
see.
that's what I meet.
That's the Adrian Phillips Theater is 3,200.
All right, I said 2,500. No way Vito Milnicki can do 3,200
Okay.
right
That-
now. Right now, meaning it's the next fight. Let's say he got a
yeah.
solid win, and then like they build it to it. Yes, absolutely. I so I see Nacho Beristain, right, and I go, Pasquale, I want to get a pick with Don Nacho, right?
Uh-huh.
I post up with him. He doesn't speak no English, so I got to tell him in Spanish. You know what I mean? I pay him
Yeah.
100 Spanish, blah 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 blah. Cousin Pasquale's like, I don't like the looks of this picture, and drags him physically to the giant HBO thing. So Don Nacho's like, why is this guy dragging me? He's a small guy.
Yeah. So what happened? Do you got
He
the
just
pick?
physically drove. Yeah.
Throw the pick up. You got to post the pick for the
I gotta
fans.
find that.
Got
The
to
same
find
night
that.
I ran up on Miguel Diaz too. I ran up on him though, because I may or may not have had two, three
To
vodka
tr-
sodas that
Yeah,
night.
you had a
But
little couple
it's
of
possible. It's
you were
possible.
a little lubricated,
It's
as
possible.
they say.
Social lubricant. Been
There you
around for
go.
thousands of years. Um, what's it? I that what? No, that wasn't. That was the small room. So that was the Super Six. That
Okay.
was that might have been that was a Glenn Johnson fight when he pulled up
When
on
he
drug this Don Nacho around.
who did Glenn Johnson replace in that? Who was it? Darrell?
Arthur Abraham
Oh,
got hurt,
Arthur. Okay.
didn't he? He hurt
We
something.
got well. Arthur Abraham knocked out Jermaine Taylor, right?
Yeah, in the 12th, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was
and it was like,
definitely late or late. Yeah, this is
yeah,
when he started losing his marbles because he
right,
was getting sparked clean out. He Pavlik did him dirty in one of the greatest fights I've ever been to live because
right.
Kelly was down and
Oh yeah,
cooked.
hooked. It's
And
like they play the Rocky music for that now. Like,
bro, bro, I felt it. I felt it.
um,
Um, yo, guys, look,
but again,
that's not a murderer's row at Zuffa, but if they're doing, look, B said something. He said, yo, these guys think they're reinventing the wheel. Whatever you think about Oscar, love him, hate him, indifferent. When he cuts those promos, those clapback things, he does say that, and he is accurate on that, whether you love him or hate him. Like,
yeah,
you guys think you like made this up?
right,
Doing like you think, like, yo, USA was doing it on Tuesday night fights 40 years ago, 35 years. Like,
right,
why do you somehow now, like, why is this Dana somehow think he's reinventing this idea of, well, there has to be a place for guys that aren't Floyd or
yeah.
Canelo? My guy. Like, that's like saying, oh, I have this idea. If you're
I
not as popular as Taylor Swift, you can
yeah,
still tour. And it's
right.
like, bro, you're not the first. Like,
I also think that like, and again, you and I do have some intimate knowledge about what certain guys make,
we do.
and you sort of go, well, what he's saying, 50, 60,000. These guys are like, I get that as a sparring partner. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like, yeah, okay, I may not be the greatest of my generation. I may be ranked like fifth or sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, tenth in the division. but I'm collecting a couple $100,000 every time I go out there. The fuck are you talking? What are you offering me here?
Right, of course. This is a
Well, and that,
pittance.
and right, and that's what we said. Like, is this going to appeal to like? I mean, I'm looking at Rayo
That's
Valenzuela's.
what I was going to ask you. Did I
Who's got
rattle
like?
off a name that made you say, "Wow, what do they really got going on?"
Well,
Well, yeah, all of them.
he has a bad loss, right? How old is he? I'm looking him up now. Okay, so he's 26. He's got 17 fights. It's
Three losses.
43 losses, and he's been stopped, right?
Yeah, that was that Edwin De Los Santos. He got packed up in the third round of that fight.
Right.
He did. I mean, Gary Antoine Russell is strong as shit. I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even mean power like that one hitter quitter. He's just a strong fighter. He went 12. It wasn't really close. So coming off that, he's absolutely in a rebuilding stage. So I can see him seeing this as an opportunity. But then, like you said, I don't know. What do you think he got for the
I don't.
Pitbull fight?
Well, I
He's
think it's also like I'm looking at 26, one fight in 2025, one fight in 2024, two fights in 2023, two fights in 2022. So maybe he's frustrated. I don't know what Robert Garcia's connection is with Zuffa and TKO. I heard it's. I heard a rumor Garcia came and denied it on Twitter that he's pushing his fighters to join this.
I saw him denying that too. I don't know if I believe. I don't know what I believe.
What I
Is the
believe,
best way.
right? Right. All right.
So yeah, guys, I look. It's a wait and see thing. The,
I love it. I think it's great. You have a local guy who's going to be fighting in Atlantic City for his next three fights.
oh,
That's
I have a. I just had a sidebar to you saying he's got to get in there. With real guys, they'll get him that title shot. One way to sustain popularity, if he is not elite, which we believe he is not, is to just be in fun fights
sure.
and be the new Arturo Gatti. By that, I mean, is
Yeah.
if this guy's fighting, it's going to be fun. And like you said, there's a place for this kind of guy. There's a place for that kind of guy. Yo, there will always be a place for a guy that's just always in good fights. Like you said, they
Right.
might not be getting 5, 7, 9 million a fight, but
Right.
there's a guy, yo, this guy's always in a good scrap. A Mickey Ward, an Emmanuel Burton.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like this is a blue collar. You said these guys bring their lunch pail,
Right.
they ply their trade. There should be a place for them. This looks like it's
Absolutely.
going to be it. If the matchmaking's good, this is great for the sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But them thinking they invented it, we'll have to see how they handle it. The IBF has extended the deadline for Richard Torres Jr. and Frank Sanchez to finalize a deal for an eliminator. Both sides have until January 6th, which is as you're hearing this, to reach an agreement. Otherwise, the fight will go to a purse bid. I mean, those two in an eliminator is fucking crazy work.
Especially with how hot that division is. But for
Agreed.
this is for who? What sanctioning body again, Vin?
IBF.
Okay.
IBF. So you that
That's who just
Usyk's not
stripped.
gonna.
They just stripped Usyk, the IBF.
Well, they definitely stripped the WBO is Wardley, right? So two sanctioning bodies already stripped him, and
No.
he just packed up Dubois, and two of them have stripped him. Whatever Wardley is the guy now. They stripped Usyk.
No, Usyk's the champ at the IBF.
Yeah, and he will. So Usyk's the champ there. I mean, he's not taking a Frank Martin,
No.
Frank Sanchez fight.
He's
This isn't
he's fighting
in.
Bronze Bomber.
Yes, he said when he spoke about that again this week. This isn't a news bit. I'm just saying it because I just read it. He said 2 or 3 more fights, including
Yeah, I saw
Wilder.
that.
So we're gonna see Wilder and 2 more. Guys, I won't be shocked if it doesn't end up being 2 more. If no one like comes out of the woodwork, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if Italma has 10 more fights in a year or something, and or one of these young guns, if there's not like there's no one there to make a super fight, and
Yeah.
he's pushing 40 and wants super fight money and deserves super fight money. Lineal guy in 2 weight classes, all-time great generational talent.
Sure.
We don't like the fight, but the Wilder fight will be huge money wise. We'll get paid a ton
I
of money
think.
by somebody, you
Yeah.
know. Um,
Great belly.
Conor Ben tells the ring there are concrete plans to face Ryan Garcia if he can get through Mario Barrios in February. So it's like, okay. I mean, I get, yo, we can't say I don't want to see that when we just talked about saying, well, there's a whole place under elite because we go, well, Ryan Garcia stinks. Conor Ben, well, do they really? And what if
I
we
think
both look
it'll be a
there?
good press conference and they'll beat the shit out of each other.
That's me too. So I'm like, oh, I would, but we talk about stakes on this show, guys. If there's not stakes, we want people to beat the shit out of each other. That's how
Sure.
you want to see us get up for a fight. Then throw a Ward Gotti where there wasn't a title there. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? And where the winner will get a nice fight and a nice payday. But in
Sure.
reality, what are the stakes for this specific fight? It's not a belt. It's not an eliminator. But if it's fight of the year or decade in that case, with a
Yeah.
round of best round in 50 years, we'll take it. If they beat the shit out of each other, they both are defensively not great.
Right.
Um,
I I
I think
like
you
that
gotta
fight.
like, yeah,
It's just undeserved shots at titles.
it's that, and you're talking
Like when was
about.
that Conor Ben hasn't fought what in 4 years at welterweight?
Remember, we broke it down
Yeah.
before or right before, or right after the
And
second
Ryan
fight,
Garcia is coming off a loss to fucking Rolly
right, and a suspension for popping hot prior
and
to
getting a
that.
title shot.
Yeah, so two guys that popped hot, factually, not our guesswork, that factually popped hot and were suspended are going to be conceivably fighting in a couple months for a title. Crazy work. Albert Ramirez will defend his WBA interim light heavyweight title against LaRon Richards on February 5th in Montreal. That's those fights we used to get via Top Rank that would
Yeah.
come via Eye of the Tiger via Top Rank on ESPN. I hope that goes through Tubi. Albert Ramirez is real good, and no one that's at the top of that class is talking about him. I don't
Yeah.
know if he's going to have to wait these guys out because he's not super young, but he's younger than Bivol
He's
and
33.
Beterbiev. Yeah, so he's on teetering on like he's got to do something big soon. You know what
Right.
I mean? Get a big fight. Jazza Dickens will defend his WBA super featherweight world title against Anthony Kakache on March 14th in Dublin, Ireland. I love that fight. I love that fight. Jazza Dickens just won't go away. You think he's done, he comes back and stops somebody. Um, if we're right about Kakache being on some B12,
Yeah. That is one Jazza Dickens is one funny looking dude.
he
Sorry,
is.
sorry, Jazza Dickens.
He is. The Teofimo Lopez Shakur Stevenson undercard has been confirmed. Rendo's favorite fighter, Jarrell Big Baby Miller
I
versus
know.
Kingsley Ibba. Carlos Adames versus Amo Williams. Shushu Carrington versus Carlos Castro. Keyshawn Davis versus Jermaine Ortiz, who gives everyone fits in some form or another. Does he deserve this? I don't know. I look, that's a weird comeback fight for Keyshawn, only because Jermaine Ortiz makes you look bad.
Uh,
Why you got a shit-eating grin? Tell me why.
Because he makes guys look bad that are fucking cuckoo bananas, and Keyshawn is
Cuckoo
cuckoo
bananas.
bananas.
I look,
I could.
I
What
don't
Keyshawn shows up, and is Jermaine Ortiz back healed? He had a bad back.
he
Doctor said
is.
he needs a bacchiotomy.
He is. Yeah,
Um,
he got his back taken out.
yeah,
Yeah. Look, if now the flip side is if you pack up Jermaine Ortiz,
at
who
40.
at 40, who fought Teo and Lomachenko, correct?
Mm.
And it's hard to say won a bunch of rounds,
Because
but definitely
he's
makes you work
he's also been in fucking dog shit stinker fights where he doesn't do anything.
the pits.
Okay, that's also Jeddah season. Did you see that?
I
That is
did.
not Riyadh season.
I did.
You're getting us used to here to saying, oh, it's a Riyadh season card. Riyadh.
Yeah,
Now you're throwing a curveball, so now people are gonna go, is it a different company? Is it
right, right. Yeah, you're right.
now it's been explained to us by Fadi Altal, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That each city has its own season for sports, where it's like the city almost plays host to these sports.
Correct.
Now it doesn't necessarily, from our standpoint, we're not really getting it in terms of because it's now not in Riyadh or Jeddah.
Right.
How it worked was like Jeddah for this many months, right? Would
Correct.
host all the events, then Riyadh would host to sort of
Right.
spread the wealth around the country.
Yeah. Go like 4, 4, 4, 4 until like,
Yeah,
yeah.
so like if you did like New York, Chicago, it would be LA season,
Right. Exactly.
Chicago season, Miami season, New York season.
Exactly. And it's not
Um,
because it's not applicable to us, people get confused.
well,
So that's
I
why
saw it and I
Fadi,
said, "Oh, Jeddah season."
yeah. So that's why Fadi broke it down. At Boxing Arabia, follow them, guys. It's all in English. Alexander Usyk's manager, Egis Klimas, we're big fans of the old Egis, informed the National that a fight with Deontay Wilder is likely to land in Vegas or Los Angeles in spring 2026. I don't know about that.
I was hoping I get it on the East, but
Me too.
but
Greedy belly.
Bronze Bomber,
Yeah, bronze
so fucking
bomber.
funny,
I
man.
know. I don't know why he's so horny for that. Like, why is
Because
he hoxy toxy for that?
it's as it's been explained to me, he wants to beat
Every name
every
guy.
every person who's held a belt in his era.
Yeah,
He wants to, as it's been explained to me, close the circle so that there's no questions. Even though I don't know if anybody informed him, like Wilder's 40 now and
yeah, got his
passed
head flown by Big Bang
by
Zhang,
Big Bang
and
Zhang.
yeah,
So to me, wouldn't Zhang, who beat Big Bang Zhang after that?
Ajit Caballero sparked him out.
That's who
And
he should be fighting.
Ajit Caballero's really good. We're gonna talk about
Yeah,
him too.
next episode.
That's who I would fight if you
That's what I'm
want.
saying.
Yeah. I would fight him after Wilder if they really, if they're really gonna make this Wilder thing, because
Bronze Bomber. We
Bronze
can't call him
Bomber
Wilder anymore. You have to say it
in Usyk's accent.
in. By the way, did you see Greedy Belly Tyson Fury training? Did you
Yeah,
see
did
the
you see how
footage?
fat he is?
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
man. Now look, we're not
That
covering it
looked like
now.
a commercial, like where they do the video montage of the blob
We're gonna
losing
need a montage.
America. But
Fuck
that's
yeah.
what we just did in Venezuela. We just did that
We
movie.
did. We did.
um
This fucker
uh
just went in there fucking free balling.
it's all the quiet parts are happening out loud now.
Uh-huh.
Like we're
Uh-huh.
just stealing your oil.
Yeah, yeah. Number one oil
We're
but
taking
in
it.
the air. We're taking it.
Thank you.
Um, so yeah, I look, we'll
That's
talk.
Greedy Belly.
Greedy Belly is it. Look, when Tyson Fury hosts himself and says best shape of my life, he's a blob. This dude,
This was I didn't need to see this.
he's got
This
to be 3 bills.
at least.
He's got to be three
At
bills.
least. At least.
Where was that? It was somewhere weird too.
Uh, they go to like Marbella to train, don't they? Don't they go to like Spain to train? I think that's where like
Wherever
they
it was,
live.
I was like, wait, what? You know what I mean?
He
Like,
he doesn't he either like it's some vacation place like the south of France or
I for some reason thought it was weird. At least that's Europe. At least that's a quick flight. I thought
right.
it was like Japan or something for some reason. I'm totally wrong, bro.
Or was it like in Egypt?
Maybe I misread something.
Huh.
Maybe I misread something. But I saw whatever you saw. I was like, A, he's a blob. B, what the fuck is he doing there? Um, Look, we don't know how severe Anthony Joshua's injuries are that they called minor. Because minor, when you're in a horrible wreck, is still major outside of a horrible wreck.
Yeah.
That's we really could do a whole show about that and its ramifications. Because I'm contemplating retirement if I'm AJ.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could get up for a camp when two of my best friends that were in my camp aren't here anymore.
Right.
Again, friend of the show, good and all around good guy, cruiserweight contender Ryan Rozicki will end a year-plus layoff on March 7th against Gerardo Meado in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Look, pack him up, and then he's number 2. He was supposed to be the guy that Badu Jack fought when he fought McCallion, and injuries kept him out of that fight.
Okay.
So he's got to be next fight. Look, get the ring rust off and title shot at
Right.
cruising. Patty Donovan is pulled out of his scheduled IBF welterweight eliminator against Liam Parrow. Parrow's team will now request that he is made the mandatory challenger for champion Lewis Crocker. I mean, this is just a trifecta of dudes fighting over a belt that none of them deserve. It's
Right.
wild.
So what did they say? He's got an illness,
Bro, I don't
Patty?
understand it. I don't understand it. It's not clear to me.
Patty.
And yeah, Padre, it's not clear to me, and no one's helping making it more clear.
Hmm. Okay.
Dimitri Bivol is targeting a return in either March or April, Mike Coppinger has revealed. So I get, I mean, what do you do there?
So that's a year, and that's 14. March or April would be 13 or 14 months since his last fight.
Do you at everyone considering all things? There's no way you go into a Better Be Ever trilogy.
Well, isn't Beterbiev going to get locked in with Benavidez?
Benavidez has the Zordo thing.
Oh, right.
So like, when do you
But
do
aren't
it?
they saying they want to fight each other?
Yes, yes, and being mad respectful towards each other. But I mean, what he's saying, he wants to go to Cruiser and fight Zordo. I'd rather see, I'd rather see Artur Beterbiev, David Benavidez at 175 than him and Zordo at Cruiser. If
Yes.
you're if you're
I mean,
mass,
I'd
if
rather see the trilogy, the rubber match,
yeah.
first.
So does Bivol take that off of a back surgery and 14-month layoff? If yeah, let's make the fight.
Just make the
Literally, let's
fight.
make that fight.
Make the fight. Part of the trilogy is durability.
Then make
And
that
if you're
fight
not durable enough, but I mean, I shouldn't say that because Beterbiev gets hurt. Like the guy has a crazy training regimen, but
because
like
his training regimen is insane. Yeah,
he
yeah.
hurts himself.
You can argue that he overtrains. You know what I mean? Because some guys oversparred, like Terry Norris,
Yeah.
James Toney, my guy Erickson Lubin, and look what it does to you. When you sling the dogs like a maniac in training, look what happens.
Yeah. Especially as you get older, you got to start to curtail your workouts
Yep.
because these
Arthur's 40. Look, first Saturday of April. Let's make it trilogy. Bivol Better Be Ever.
trilogy.
Sebastian
Do it.
Fundora and Keith Thurman are targeting early 2026 to reschedule their WBC super welterweight title fight. Thurman was originally set to challenge for Fundora's title in October, prior to Fundora suffering a hand injury. We thought the injury was going to get us out of this fucking thing. I thought we
I was
were
happy that
clear.
this like went away.
Me too. We were celebratory. I thought, pack up this stuttering retard, this lispy retard, pack him all the way
Yeah,
up.
let me correct myself. It's not a stutter, it's a lisp.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
still
not.
call him a
I
retard.
did right. That part's that's not what I'm correcting. It's the stuttering to lisp. I was like, yo, this hand injury, pack this fight up. We don't have to see it because it's
Perfect.
gonna stink. This fight, no matter who, when, where, it's gonna stink. Fundora Thurman.
You know, it's funny too, like ex-fighters that have become analysts, they
Yeah.
all love Thurman.
I mean, you've told me this on
And
and
I,
off
and I
air.
don't get it.
The
And
same way they
as a
all
as a,
love Sean Porter. And I'm
right.
like,
Well, I mean,
well,
I could see Sean Porter like liking him as a human, because he seems jovial and whatever. But like, or he was tough spar, whatever, whatever reason they have.
I always hear that, like, because of being in the amateur since a kid, he's just
Yeah,
been around for
but like,
25 years.
but like,
And same with Danny Garcia.
again, Porter, see, Danny Garcia, I know for a fact people like because he is a nice guy
Mm-hmm.
and gets guys good paydays.
Mm-hmm.
Porter seems like an affable guy. He seems like Thurman seems the opposite of that.
He's awful. On every
Yeah,
level, you could be awful.
right.
And how can we say this guy that was nicknamed one time, this guy that racked up
I remember
knockouts,
it went from one time to sometime to run time.
yeah,
That was what his nicknames went to.
imagine being a guy that people hailed as being this exciting knockout puncher. I'm predicting it's gonna fucking stink against a guy that throws 10 million punches around and is 6 feet tall,
Bro,
or 6'4" or 6'6" at 154. Right? Isn't he 6'5"?
yeah. I mean, it's like putting avocado in a magic bullet. That's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just going to get fucking ground up into dog shit. Anyway, whatever.
Armando Resendez has been elevated to full WBA super middleweight champion following Bud Crawford's retirement. I guess that's going to happen with all the belts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he retired. So he beat Canelo. Canelo just had surgery because one of the belt, I think the IBF is vacant, so he would be in line. and he like posted a pic of him with his daughter and his arm in a sling and a cast because he got that elbow surgery.
I mean, how
How
much is
much is
left with him?
left? Yeah, I mean, does he come back in September 2026 and against who?
Doesn't this remind you of like an old quarterback at the end of their run? You know, every offseason he's getting going under the knife to just to keep the I don't know what else to do with my life
Yep,
anymore.
yep.
You know what I
September
mean? Like if
September 2026, Canelo Alvarez, Jake Paul.
book it.
Book it.
The great Pazzini has spoken. I'm
Ring
just letting you guys
Magazine
know.
strawweight champion and pound for pound on Knock Him Out the Box. One of the few people to know how good he was before uh, everyone else did. Knock him out the box. This is gonna fucking make your head explode. Has signed a deal with Rimas Sports, a marketing agency co-founded by Puerto Riqueño superstar Bob Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Goyaso joined Xander Zayas as the second world champion to sign with the agency. I mean, talk about the ability to be lured in by glitz and glamour.
Well, what does Bad Bunny sell? Like 80 gajillion.
It's literally at the point now where he's like too popular to quantify. Like white honkies that don't know Spanish like love Bad Bunny.
Love
Like
Bad Bunny.
racist white people that don't like
He's
anyone
and
of
he's
color that
dating a
speaks
card.
other.
He's dating one of the
Oh, say word! I didn't know that.
one of the Kardashians, right?
I didn't. I had no idea.
The one who's like the supermodel one, the one who's actually
Who's
really pretty.
actually really pretty.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
she's like 5'11".
yes, yes.
She
No, she
looks
is. She's
she's an
really pretty. That
actually
girl. Yeah, a
like
literal model,
a model, right?
like a
That one.
runway model.
Bruce Jenner's kid.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. I think that's Kylie or Kendall.
not the billionaire one that goes out with Timothy
Kim.
Shambalamba Bing Bong. No, the billionaire
One
one.
goes.
One goes out with Timothy, Bob Dylan, Chalamet.
Oh,
That's the one
word.
who was with Travis Scott.
I don't know who that is.
Travis Scott, the
No.
rapper.
Yeah, I know who that is. People
Okay.
got killed at his show. No, of course I know who Travis Scott is.
Yeah,
Back him up. Um,
he was with the billionaire one who has like a makeup line.
okay. I thought
All
that was
right.
all of them. I thought
Now
they all had makeup.
no, that one is like the richest one out of all of them.
I'm looking
Uh,
at Bob Bunny girlfriend.
Bob Bonnie.
I like this Bad Bunny, I think.
He was a big deal on when SNL had him. I had no idea who he was. Yo, yeah, people like our age are into Bad Bunny.
Brendo, they're broken up. Kendall
Yes.
Jenner,
You can
you got
now
a
it's
shot.
you gotta get in there, Fazzy.
2023 to 2024. You're 2 years off.
All right.
Someone named Gabriella Berlingeri, who they met in PR. That's an Italian name. She's wearing, so that's an Italian name, but
She's
she's
Brazilian.
Boricua.
She's Brazilian.
It says she's wearing a Brazilian shirt. It says she's a Puerto Rican jewelry
Oh,
designer, but that's an Italian
Jesus
last name.
Christ.
Yeah, she's a gun. That's an Italian last name.
A Puerto Rican jewelry designer.
Yeah.
What
It would make more sense if she was Brazilian because there's mad Italians there.
right.
It's like no, unless you're native and you have a look of a native, you're from Brazil, you're European. Like
Bad-
Giselle Bundchen, you know what I mean? She's just
Yeah.
German. She's Brazilian. Yeah, she's
Well,
from there.
there's a lot of Germans there.
Yeah, Adolf Hitler.
They're hiding out.
He's in Argentina. That's where he went. Closing up with another one of B's favorite topics. This will be happening this week, so luckily we can cover it on the first show of next week. Janabek Alamhanallah, this B sample associated with his previous positive drug test, will be unsealed and tested January 8th. Are we going to get a Subriel Matias? Our mistake. Make that Mara fight. Because that's the only thing to do here. I'm mad interested in what happens there. And give me a great Brenzini. What happens?
It's gonna be positive.
It's gonna be positive.
Yeah, very, 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 very almost never because all the B sample is just a different test tube.
No, I know that, but
the same shit.
Isn't the B side of Subriel Matias?
No, it was the levels that were there that they said were, yeah.
Levels.
So basically, like, it's cool if you
You're hot.
cycle off.
You're hot, but
It's
not hot enough
you're
for
not
us to
hot
cancel
enough.
this event, which we're going
Correct.
to cover in Thursday's episode.
Yeah. All right.
Real quick, just want to hit the zone card in
In
at
Puerto Rico,
Coliseo Roberto
uh,
Clemente, San
M,
Juan,
M,
Puerto Rico.
Jake Paul's right back at it. There's an
They're right
MVP
back at
card.
it. He was there with the jaw that is broken and stuff, working. He's a worker. Carney's right there in the ring, smiling like all of them. Juan Paul Rivera, 13-0, 7 KOs versus Alfredo Cruz, 10-3-1, 5 KOs. Featherweights. Look, Alfredo Cruz was brought in to lose. He did not get the memo. He made Jan Paul Rivera work. He made it awkward. Rivera won the fight on my card, but it was not pretty. Judges had it 77-75 twice, and one judge had it even at 76-76. I had it 78-74.
Oh, I have a typo on this. Sorry about that.
No problemo.
You fixed it.
I had it 78-74, but again, it wasn't pretty. You got to show out when you get a shot of a Jake Paul card. Apparently, the girl, Amanda Serrano's a big deal. It's not to
She
me.
was.
I don't watch women. There were lots of people there. You got to fucking.
She's so it's
A guy 10-3.
Go, because I actually want to talk about this. Go ahead.
You got to spark him clean out, in my opinion. You got to start making statements now at 13-0, now 14-0, and you want to get title shots and want people talking about, yo, the island doesn't have a star now. They have like 5 people that could take it. They have talent-wise a pound for pound guy in Oscar Collazo. It's we know historically.
And if he proves me wrong, Xander Zayas.
But what I'm saying, B, we know what it takes to how the mammoth it has to be a star at those tiny weights. You got Michael Carbajal, it hasn't existed in how long? Who was the last star? Finito, guys like that. You have to be on such a level.
Chocolatito being
Chocolatito, Bam is like really buzzing. You know what I mean? But
and the monster, you get a one guy sort of like
every era. You're like, yo, I'm the small guy of this era that everyone talks about. Like Chocolatito was that guy.
Right. And again, he's still not, he's a co-feature. He's not
right.
carrying his own card at the card.
Him on Triple G cards, I thought it was brilliant. Like brilliant. The co-main with Golovkin, perfect. We know what we're gonna see. Destruction, tons of punches.
I got to see him live, which was awesome.
Me too.
And I met Roberto Duran at that fight.
Oh man, that's my personal GOAT. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
personal. Not he's in my top 5 all time, but he's my personal
favorite. Yeah.
Never saw anything like him, and definitely, I think he's the best lightweight that ever lived.
Me too.
He could have stopped there and been an all-time great, and he went up 5 divisions from there.
Right.
But so I'll say this. I'll talk about Yanquiel Rivera, then you talk about Amanda Serrano. Yanquiel Rivera, 7-0-1, 3 KOs. Again, Brendan keeps talking about, he talks about it ad nauseum because he needs to. He keeps telling you guys, look, we grew up with the Mike Tyson effect. What Lomachenko created was someone's brilliant coming out of the amateurs, and now they think everyone that's good, not all time,
right?
Everyone that's good has to be in title fights in their 7th, 8th fight. This was a WBA interim flyweight title against Jonathan Gonzalez, 28-4-1. All 4 losses were KOs. He just got sparked out by La Princesa. Right. He was stopped by Kosai Tanaka.
He's like 400 years old, and he's been in there with everybody. He's been around. I didn't realize it was that Jonathan Gonzalez when I previewed the show.
Well, when we previewed it, I was like, bro, there's Jonathan Gonzalez.
That's the one I did last week, and I said, Jonathan Gonzalez. And I went, oh, it's this Jonathan Gonzalez from the Bronx. From the Bronx.
When we saw it got
made. It's Jonathan Gonzalez from the Bronx? Is he lucky? Oh, okay. It's okay. He's from Castle Hill. It's a good guy, man.
Gonzalez hurts Yanquiel Rivera badly in the first with 2 right hooks. This is a guy in Gonzalez that just got packed up in September.
Right.
Badly hurt and dropped him in the second by a left hook on the top of the head. Is that Boricua beard rearing its ugly head on Yanquiel Rivera?
Barba de Boricua.
The only chance Jonathan Gonzalez had was by making a fight of this. And Rivera stood there and traded with him early on. They're no bad. Look, in the 5th, he came out firing that jab, putting it downstairs. meaning Rivera, putting a straight left hand behind it, steadied the ship a bit. When he doesn't use that jab, B, he walks right in the front door unarmed and gets cracked.
Right.
I don't think he knew what to do with a southpaw. At this weight, at a flyweight, he's probably not training with a lot of or seeing a lot of southpaws. Certainly not
Yeah.
as many as the other weights. Bomba Gonzalez was just trying to walk Rivera into that straight left hand, and he was. He had Rivera right where he wanted him. I believe he could have gotten him out of there personally.
I thought it was going to happen.
He didn't put his foot on the gas and try to end it. That's my only critique. He let him hang around and let him have some moments. Dan Canobio, who we both love on this show.
Shout out to Dan Canobio.
Shout out Dan.
Long
He
Island
had
guy.
a very wide card. I thought Gonzalez gave away some of them rounds just by not getting him out of there when he should have. He let him hang around. Yanquiel Rivera is athletic. I had it 115, 112 for Bomba Gonzalez.
Okay.
Judges had it 114, 113, 116, 111, and 117, 110 for Jonathan Bomba Gonzalez. Props to him for just not giving up.
Yeah.
I realize that Yanquiel Rivera isn't a big name, but this is still a big upset. An undefeated kid looking to become one of the next stars from the island, and he gets upset by Jonathan Gonzalez from the Bronx, who, look, just got stopped by a champion in September. So, he's now got an interim belt.
Good for him.
Brandon wants to talk about the Amanda Serrano stuff.
Well, Holly Holm fought on this. She's made a return. She's talk about someone who's likely going to be eaten through a straw. Holly Holm was a pioneer in women's boxing, then went to MMA where the money was. She famously beat what's her face?
She sparked her out, right? Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey, yeah, because Holly Holm is like she's like a Chris Algieri. She's a world champion kickboxer, MMA, and boxer. Right? Chris Algieri, if you guys don't know, was he was a state titleist here in New York in wrestling in high school. So high school wrestler, kickboxer, boxer. Holly Holm now comes back and they stop it on a head. She split her head, but she looked like shit. She looked shot. I honestly think they should probably revoke her license. Anyway.
Right, so before you say the thing, real quick, also that girl, because the average person is a ghastly goblin. So there's that girl that mutants think is hot, and that's how she's on. She fought on the card and got beat up by
I didn't even
someone that was 6'5" and 1.
Oh, okay. Beat the hell out of her.
You beat the shit out of her.
So Amanda
is with Kell Brook. Did you know that?
Oh, Ebony Bridges.
Her.
She was she's famous for being hot.
Right. And I'm like, yeah, I guess she's like a blonde with fake boobs look. And if you're a ghoul, that's your thing, and you're a sim for that.
She's from down under.
She is, and then lived in London. I see Kell Brook in the ring looking great, and I see her holding a baby. I'm like, that looks like Kell Brook, meaning the baby. I'm like, oh, I wonder if they're together.
Yes, they're married or something, or whatever. They're partners.
Kid. He looks great. He looks great. He looks like he can lace him up. He shouldn't, by the way, but he looks like
right. Amanda Serrano, she is, I can't figure out where she's from. Reps Bushwick, Brooklyn. She has a sister, Cindy, who was also a world champion fighter. Amanda's probably the best female fighter of all time. Is she the
most successful?
Yeah.
More than the Irish girl.
Flies through weight division. She's fought as high as 154 and as light as 122.
She's more better and more accomplished than the girl who talks like the Cranberries girl sings.
And who beat her.
Amanda Serrano beat that girl?
No. Katie Taylor beat Amanda Serrano.
She won.
I would
even?
Yeah, I mean they sold out the Garden. Those two. I mean,
Amanda Serrano's 100, right?
She's close to our age. So again, still fighting. She fought a girl who was 11 and 1. Guys, this is not, and both of these are not entertaining to me. Two older women fighting. I don't. I know that Jake Paul is trying to do his best to promote female fighters. I think there's better. I'm not the reference point of women's boxing. As you guys know, I don't watch it
She
that
turned
much.
37, Brando.
Who, Amanda? It's
Yeah.
only 37. I thought she. Excuse me, Amanda. Sorry, I thought she was older than that.
I thought she was in her 40s, but no,
I've met Amanda. Nice person, very 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 nice person.
seems
She
like a sweetheart.
on showcases with Tommy and Paulie at New York. She's always on New York Fighter showcases for years and years and years. Been around forever. Just a lot of fights, man, and a lot of weight jumping. In order to get, like, we talk about little guys having to get the bag. For Amanda to get the bag, it was like, hey, there's someone at 130 pounds for you. I'll be there. Someone at 147 for you. I'll be there. And she was. Um,
I'm gonna cut a mini promo before I let you finish,
Good.
and then I'm done. Look, guys, nobody's gonna convince me. Look, Brandon's saying they sold out the Garden. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and
Well,
then.
this is listen. Let's
It's
just be
immediate. It's median
listen. This
sunk
is this
cost.
is getting the two biggest names, and let's be honest, Katie Taylor. There's also an ethnic thing to it, and Katie
Yes,
Taylor,
yes,
a gold medalist. She's like a national hero in Ireland.
guys, we're
Um,
paying a political surcharge for women's boxing to exist. That's the beginning end of my
yeah,
promo. Thank you.
I'm not. Listen, they're fighting the 3 minute rounds now. Okay, uh,
Yes,
Alicia Bumgartner fought last week or the week
I
before.
think she was on
Oh, she
the
was on the
AJ thing.
the Jake Paul thing. So
Yeah,
I don't know if that's making
absolutely dreadful to watch.
dreadful, dreadful. Um, Her and Amanda, I think, are supposed to clash. They both catch direct shots from Clarissa Shields, who's like she's just an awful person. She just doesn't let anyone else
Awful,
exist.
awful.
So yeah, whatever. Anyway, I think Amanda's too old. Holly's too old. Again, I'm probably the wrong guy to talk about women's boxing because I don't particularly enjoy watching it. Sorry, ladies. I think there should be an avenue for you guys to earn money and get it and have God bless you. It's not my cup of tea. Um,
I think it is.
Maybe
I think you're a closet
closet
fan. It's
female boxing fan.
you like Melrose Place, don't you?
Can
No,
I now? Can I full confession?
please.
I have tried to like women's boxing.
Okay, all right.
I've attempted
That's more like it.
to
I concede.
I've attempted to like it.
I concede that you would
I
early.
tried
Yeah,
10, 15 years ago. I
yeah.
tried to like it and I went and in fairness, I've never tried to like the WNBA. Not once. I don't think I've watched more than 13 seconds of it.
The greatest WNBA bar was because when it got coverage because of the white girl that can shoot the lights out, it started
Caitlin
being
Clark.
exposed for how bad they are. It used to be. I love watching it. They played the right way. That was
Yeah.
the tagline.
Nah.
They
Not
played basketball the right way.
yeah.
And then you just watch any of these hilarious IG things that just show 15 possessions that look like me and you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, women's sports I do like. I love
You're
tennis.
weird.
Tennis. Women's
Right. And
tennis
then
is
you go,
entertaining.
and then all you have to do is go McEnroe saying the 484th ranked
Yes.
dude will beat Serena
That's
Williams.
fine. I'm not saying they're going to beat men, but I don't mind watching women play.
You like
Um,
watching low tier
that's not true.
sports.
That's not true.
You
Um,
like watching inferior
and
athletics. Thank you.
I like watching women's soccer.
Will that
Um,
will that will me saying you like watching inferior athletics be used as a clip against me at some point in my life?
yes. All
Thank you.
right, that does it for us.
It does.
You can find me at the Killer B24 on Twitter, at Brendan Long KEOTB on IG. You can find us at KEOTB Boxing on IG. Write us at KEOTBboxing@gmail.com and our YouTube channel, which I hope we're getting updates on there. Cough, sick Billy. I wonder if he's got like worms. You know what I mean? Like
I
he's got
wonder if he
a
has something you
he
can't have anymore. Like
anymore, right? Like
what doesn't exist?
he's
Like
got rickets.
yeah,
He's got
he's got
rickets.
polio. Does Billy have polio?
He's he's got he's got I'm telling you, he's got a tapeworm. That's what it
What
is.
if
From
what
just
if
eating trash
what
after
if Billy went full RFK and is like drinking
ah,
some potion and got rickets and polio?
all I'll say about that is I wouldn't be
Mhm.
surprised.
Oh, right.
Um, um, and then you can go on our YouTube page, which, like I said, I hope he's updating and
Uh-huh.
posting
Uh-huh.
a KOTB podcast. For whatever reason, Billy also made that and called it KOTB podcast, not KOTB boxing.
Right, right.
Vin, where do they get you?
I'm at Box Cutter Pazzi on IG, at Vinnie underscore Paz on the Twitter, jmtstore.com for knock 'em out the box shirts, jmtstore.com for the Violent by Design colorway kicks and the Hidden Temple Song Club project that you get an unreleased joint every month. And then at the end of the 12 months, we're already what, be like halfway through, you'll get
Yeah,
white label vinyl signed by me, jmtstore.com. And we have some cool, interesting podcast news coming very soon. That's it for this week. Brendo, say goodnight.
good night, Brendo.